Hi friends, my name is Sarah. This is Sarah Reads Slowly, and this is my birthday book haul. This is probably like the 12th time I've started this video, but things just keep getting in the way and I'll get through it eventually. But like I said, my name is Sarah. I am very new to this space. I've been a long time watcher. This is the second time I've made a video. We'll see where it goes from here. But 2025 is a time to embrace hobbies, passions, interests, because there's a lot going on in the world and I don't want to let that stop me from doing something nice for myself. And reading is one of my favorite hobbies. So what better way to kick off the new year than with a little book haul? It also was my birthday, so I turned 28, which is exciting and scary. But I grabbed a huge stack of books at my favorite bookstore, the Book Loft of German Village. And I got 2 books from my parents for my birthday, so things are looking up. Good stack of books and a lot of time, the whole year basically. We've got the whole year to get through them, so I am excited to dig in. So this will not be like a synopsis type of haul. I don't really know what these books are about. I added them to a wish list because I liked the cover or I heard somebody talk about it, but I will try my best with any pronunciations, and a lot of it is just gonna probably be me giving you a vibe, like this is this vibe that I'm getting from this book, and we'll go from there. I know a good chunk of the things that I bought at the Book Loft, the kind bookseller that was ringing me out, was, scanned the book, would say, this was amazing, this was so good. So I am really excited about that. I love getting a compliment from a bookseller when you've picked one of their favorites out that wasn't marked as a favorite. They're like, oh my gosh, this is great. So really excited to tuck in to these books. But first we have Orbital by Samantha Harvey, which won the Booker. This is a space little cutie, little shorty, little sweetie. I believe it's vignettes, or you get 6 different points of view from the people that are on this final space mission. Like I said, it won the Booker, which is a plus for me. Maybe that's me trying to be cooler than what I actually am. I don't typically read a lot of the Booker noms, but this one was sitting on the shelf and I had money to spend, so I couldn't resist. So I'm glad I had this, and this is something also my partner expressed interest in reading, so that is always a good thing to buy a book, and you both of you in the house are gonna want to read it. So excited about that. Excited to get to this. Like I said, it's such a cute little size too. But yeah, that's Orbital by Samantha Harvey. Then we have The Rachel Incident by Caroline O'Donoghue. This is one Orbital, this book, and 2 others. Oh, I have to move this or else the chomper will attack. That's this Lily. She loves to chew books. But The Rachel Incident was one of the books that the bookseller was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. So Irish fiction, something that I have been wanting to explore a bit more, because I hear nothing but good things about Irish authors. I've read a Sally Rooney and a Claire Keegan, would love to investigate. I know there's more than just those two authors in Ireland, but perhaps it's a future video I could work up, is reading some Irish fiction and letting you know how it is. But yeah, this is the Rachel incident. This, I believe, if I can navigate the pillars of my mind, they're like two friends and one like mutual person between them. Female friend has a crush on the mutual person, but that mutual person likes the other friend. And I believe it's queer, which is great. It's something that we need to make sure we're continuing to read with everything going on in the world. Yeah, The Rachel Incident by Caroline O'Donoghue. Excited about this one. Also, beautiful cover. Love it. Everything's very colorful. The next book, I can't actually hold up the cover because there's a naked person on it, but it is Acts of Desperation by Megan Nolan. Another compliment from the bookseller. They were very excited about this one. They were like, I've never read somebody just in such deep, dark sadness. Like, they're really going through it, and it being displayed in such a beautiful way. And the way that they were describing it made me want to go home immediately and like start reading this. I didn't do that because I was like an hour 15 from home and we still had dinner plans, but it is really high on my want to read, like, you know, the next up after I finish my current read. But yeah, again, another Irish author, glowing reviews from the fabulous bookseller at the Book Loft. Excited to read it. The cover is beautiful. I know you can't see it, but I don't want this to get flagged for anything, and my channel is still in its infancy, so you can just visualize in your mind. But that is Acts of Desperation by Megan Nolan. Then we have The Unbecoming of Margaret Wolfe by Issa Arson. This is, Issa Arsen, I think is a better pronunciation. My apologies. This is like two Shakespearean actors, their marriage, the like fallout of their marriage. It seemed like messy and like, I think mid-century, which is interesting. The cover got me. This like rainbow spine is also really pretty. I don't know much more outside of that, but I was excited to see this on the shelf at the Book Loft, and I had just seen it on bookshop.org, so I was like, you know, familiar with the title, and yeah, I just went ahead and I grabbed it. And sorry if you can hear that noise. One of my cats is trying to get into this room right now. It's been a trying time with them today in this setup. They like are super confused why I'm sitting on the edge of my bed talking at my phone, but that's cats. All right. The next book is A Gorgeous Excitement by Cynthia Weiner. This also, talk about a cover. Beautiful. This is, I think, a coming-of-age story set in Manhattan in the 80s. I think our protagonist is looking to lose her virginity before she goes to college, and then also, so it's like those trials and tribulations juxtaposed with her home life. I believe I read that the protagonist has an abusive mother, so definitely probably some things to be mindful of if you're looking to get into this. But the cover really is so beautiful. It looks like a subway sign. I think I've been to New York City once, but I didn't use the subway. I was there on like a school trip, so they had us transported everywhere, but yeah, it looks warm and sunny and sticky and hot, and I'm excited about all of those vibes. So yeah, A Gorgeous Excitement by Cynthia Weiner. Then we have a darling. This cover I have seen literally everywhere. I did get this from the library last summer, but I didn't end up reading it, so I returned it because I was like, there are definitely other people in the Dayton area that want to read this book, and I'm a slow reader, so I knew I wanted to buy it myself. And it was 30% off at the Book Loft, so love to see it. But this is All Fours by Miranda July. This is a story about a woman who I believe is going through menopause. She hits a midlife crisis, is supposed to be going on a trip with her friends, doesn't end up doing that, instead veers off course and starts this romantic entanglement with somebody at the motel that she's staying in. So it just sounds great. The cover is so beautiful. It's so insanely beautiful. I almost wish hardbacks, they would just print that picture on the cover itself and not just the sleeve, but that would probably cost way more than what I would be comfortable spending on a book. But very excited to own this. Then we have The Material by Camille Bordas. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Again, apologies in advance for any pronunciations. When I review these books, I promise to have the author names down because they deserve that respect. But this book is something a slight tangent. I recently full send deleted my Instagram. It felt weird because I'm in that age range where I had Instagram in high school. I think was it middle school? No, it was high school, definitely. And so there's a lot of memories, connections, things like that. But I was like, it's time. I want to get away from the meta platforms, just with everything going on in the United States. And this is a book that I saw a mutual on Instagram recommend. I'm blanking on their username currently, and I can't really go back and check, but to that person, I bought this book because of you. Because the way that they were talking about it was when you have you're in a group and you're sharing things and you realize what you've just shared is actually really traumatizing or way more intense than a lot of the other things that other people are sharing, and then you're just oh no, it's totally fine, I'm totally fine, that kind of vibe. That's I think what this book is about. It's it takes place over a singular day. Transforms the lives of students and professors at a school for stand-up comedy. So it sounds really great. I'm excited to read this. But yeah, that's The Material by Camille Bordas. Getting to the end, we have 2 left. So those were the books that I purchased, all of those previous that I held up. And then we have 2 books that I was given they were gifts from my parents. And the first is Autumn by Ali Smith, which is part of the seasonal quartet. This is the first of the quartet. Hi, Lily. The first of that quartet that I own. I haven't read any of them, but my mom got me Autumn because she was like, that's your favorite season, and I thought that was really sweet. So, these books are so intriguing. I'm not really sure what any of them are about. I assume they take place over the season. All of the covers, again, are so beautiful. They are ridiculously pretty. I love that the cover translates well on the paperback, but I am really excited to get into this. I think I might save this for a more seasonally appropriate day, aka waiting until like September, October, November era to read this. But yeah, I don't know why I said era. Those are months. Anyway, this just, I don't know. I'm excited to read this. This was more of a cover buy than anything, or a cover ask, but I have seen these absolutely everywhere. Again, not sure what it's about, but I'm excited to find out. All right, and my final book is a little bit off the wall for me. I am not a big romance reader, nor am I a big fantasy reader. So getting a romantasy, or is this fantasy romance? I'm not sure. I just know romantasy is mostly romance with, you can like remove the fantasy plot and it's still romance, then it's romantasy. If it's a fantasy romance, the romance is the subplot. But I'm not sure which this would fall into, but this is A Taste of Poison by Tassonia Odette. And it seems a little bit off the wall for me to want to ask for a book like this, but it's a Snow White retelling, and as a child, Snow White was my favorite Disney princess, which is an interesting one to pick out of all of the princesses, like growing up in a time where we had like Jasmine, Ariel, Belle. No, Snow White was my favorite, so that's why my mom of the book, she was like, I saw that it was Snow White inspired, and I was like, that makes sense. Like, that is me, my childhood. But yeah, it's like I said, a Snow White retelling that is, I think, fae. Like, these are all fae inspired, or like a fae twist. Yeah, a Snow White retelling entangled with fae. If I could literally read the cover. But yeah, it has such a pretty cover that I'm really hoping that I like it. I want it to be whimsical and fun and not like spicy, sexy, hot, because I don't like that kind of romance. I like a fade to black, like Half a Soul. That book, beautiful. Fade to black, love it. Sign me up. Whimsical, pining, that's what I want. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm excited to read that. But with that, that's it. That's the book haul. Like I said, quite a large stack. Again, I don't typically buy this many books in one go. I try to be mindful with what I'm reading. The rate in which I'm buying to reading, you know, I need to make sure that is pretty even. But it was my birthday, so. But that's all I have. If you like this and you want to see more, stick around. I still don't know what I'm doing, but we're figuring it out, and that's the motto for this year. It's just figure it out. But this is also the year of whimsy. That's my personal word of the year, so we'll try and work that in where we can. But I hope you're all well, and hopefully you'll hear from me soon. Goodbye.